Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
The big event this week is the Defence Expo in Lucknow, which is due to start on the 5th and is going to continue till the 9th. Well, more than 135 foreign companies will participate. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be there. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be there. So it's going to be quite the mega event. In Government Matters today, let's find out what this event is about and what the government seeks to achieve through it. In the studio, I have Snehesh Alex Philip, and we've caught him right in time because he's leaving for the Defence Expo tomorrow morning, early morning in fact. So Snehesh, what is this Defence Expo? Just demystify it for us a little bit.
So at the Defence Expo, you will have various companies. There are about 900 to 1,000 Indian companies which are participating in this exhibition, and you will have about 130 foreign companies who will be participating. They will come and showcase their product at the expo, which is happening in Lucknow. There would be interaction that would be there. So the first 3 days are business days, which means that it is restricted only to the companies and for business transactions. So you will have a couple of MOUs being signed. You will also have some mega announcements that are likely to be made during the Def Expo as far as the government is concerned. It is expected that there could be some sort of an announcement for the signing of the 83 LCA Mark 1A by the Indian Air Force. So yes, so it's a big event as far as the Defence Ministry is concerned, because it brings all defence companies in India and outside under the same roof.
Right. Now, before I talk to you about the event any further and try to understand what the government wants to do there, why Lucknow?
Well, that's a very interesting question. Usually in the past, Defence Exhibition used to be always held in Delhi. This used to be held at the
Pragati Maidan.
At the Pragati Maidan, as Rui rightly mentioned. But now Pragati Maidan is going under renovation, so it's a Defence Exhibition. It was decided to be held. There was no place available, and the first time the Defence Exhibition was held outside was during the tenure of the then Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar, and this was in 2016. And you should guess, and where the event was held, it was held in Goa, because that's the state from where Manohar Parrikar came from.
He was the Chief Minister, in fact.
Yes, and the second Defence Exhibition was held during the tenure of then Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and Nirmala Sitharaman came from Tamil Nadu, so no prize for guessing where the Def Expo was held. It was held in Tamil Nadu, and now we have Defence Minister who is from Uttar Pradesh, and Lucknow is his constituency, and you have the Defence Expo being held in Lucknow.
Right.
So I think that answers your question.
So the next Defence Minister of the country will have to be from a state which can manage, which can hold an event of this nature.
Yes.
So Snehesh, coming back to the point, what is it that the government seeks to achieve through an event like this?
See, there are multiple agenda as far as the government is concerned. One is to bring in all the companies under one roof to showcase Indian products on the global arena. To showcase what the Indian companies, private companies, as well as the state enterprises are doing in the defence sector. It is also an opportunity for foreign companies to come and showcase their products. You will have the services, that is the army, or top officials from the army, the Air Force and the Navy participating in. There would be regular interactions that would be held. There would be seminars that would be held. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself would be there, and he is likely to meet with the CEOs of the top companies. So what the government is doing first is to showcase the Indian capability. The second is to provide a platform for global companies to showcase their products. Again, it's also a platform for the global companies and the Indian companies to interact with the government officials, the officials from the services, which is not so easy on a normal basis. And at the same time, there's also for companies to interact with each other and to see how they can collaborate with each other, to see the best practices out in the market. So yes, so there are different things that are out there.
Right. So you did mention a couple of deals that are likely to be inked, but can we talk a little bit more about what other deals are there on the anvil? What are the MOUs likely to be signed?
So there are no deals that are primarily announced during the Defence Exhibition as well as during Aero India. But you will have certain announced MOUs being signed. So for example, let's say I'm a company X and you are a company Y. There could be we could decide to collaborate on something and then announcements are made.
Right.
But one, we really have to see whether whether those announcements really fructify into actual deals or not. but then the government also goes ahead. So it is expected this time that there could be some sort of an announcement. So this is not confirmed. Remember that the Indian Air Force is set to sign a deal with the with HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, for 83 LCA, that is light combat aircraft Tejas Mark 1A. So this was expected since last year. However, now it is expected that there could be some sort of an announcement that could be made on this front. So yes, I think besides some other announcements that the MOD could make, but if you're asking me whether there would be any actual deal that would be signed, no, there would not be.
Unlikely. So Snehesh, it seems like an event of such a large scale. Do you think Lucknow is equipped to handle an event like this?
Well, one will really have to wait and be in Lucknow to actually to see whether the Lucknow administration has been able to pull off. But yes, there are major concerns. For example, the last time the Aero India was held, there was a whole talk of the Aero India being held in Lucknow. Right. And you even had the MOD and the Air Force team which was in Lucknow. And at the last moment, the Air Force as well as the MOD realized that it would be just impossible for Aero India, which is on a much larger scale than the Def Expo, to be held in Lucknow. So for example, if you log on to www.theprint.in, you will be able to read a story by my colleague in Lucknow, Prashant Srivastav, who brought out the issues surrounding Def Expo, especially focusing on the logistics of it. So for example, if there's a hotel room which is usually available for a rate of about 8,000 to 10,000 rupees per day, per night, that is, the same rates from the 5th, 6th and 7th have touched rates of as high as 1 lakh. Right. So that's the rates have increased because there are limited rooms available. Right. The government has gone ahead and created a tent city. So you have VVIP and VIP tents being put up. Right. So this clearly shows that the city doesn't have that many number of rooms available for the top honchos of the foreign companies as well as the Indian companies.
Sure, but I suppose it's a good thing in a way. It helps to take the event beyond Delhi. It's good to democratize an event of this nature and hold it in other parts of the country as well. But Snehesh, moving on to larger issues, you talked about showcasing Indian capabilities. There's been a lot of emphasis on Make in India in the defense sector. The budget just came out. How do you read the budget as far as defense is concerned?
Disappointing. One word in how I would describe the budget as far as defense forces are concerned. Remember that the Army, the Navy and the Air Force have made it amply clear on the record and off the record that they're really in dire straits as far as finance is concerned. Remember that the Navy, for example, if you talk about the Navy has been forced to rework its long-term plans for acquisition and modernization from what it was aiming to be a 200 strong ship Navy by 2027. The figure has been brought down to 175. There are a number of projects that have been delayed because of lack of funds. So this was something that was, so this budget, the military really was hopeful that there would be large scale, there would be at least a good jump as far as allocation is concerned. However, in comparison to the revised estimates of this current budget, there has only been an increase of, you won't believe, just 1.82%. as far as the as far as the military budget is concerned. Remember that the overall defense budget constitutes about 15% of the overall the union budget of the country. But remember that the biggest expenditure is not on modernization. The biggest expenditure actually is on the pensions of both defense as well as civilian employees working in the MOD. And it is actually even higher than the actual pay and allowances meant for the armed forces. And as far as capital budget is concerned, capital budget is the one which is used for new acquisitions and modernization. As far as capital budget is concerned, it is way below than what the military actually needs, not just for new acquisitions, by the way, but also for making the payments as far as contracts signed in the past are concerned. These are called committed liabilities. Right. So yes, the budget has been a big disappointment.
Right. Well, the mega show, the Defence Expo, coming at a time when, as Snehesh pointed out, the defence sector is disappointed with the budget that has been announced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. But I'm sure you will keep bringing us stories from the Expo and telling our viewers what's going on there.
Do watch and do read theprint.in.
Well, he's given my closing line, so thank you so much for watching.